Join our channel for the most amazing story you'll ever hear. But wait, listen to my hilarious first date with him. Everyone thought we were a unique romance, but in reality, we were just two happy goofballs, and here we are 25 years later. The woman mistook Sullivan for her husband, but he was just a passerby. Emma didn't bother to explain, setting up future comedy. After leaving the bakery, they took their signed agreement to find the notary. What a funny couple. You just need my box. We should have left 10 minutes ago. Oh my gosh. Is this time travel? A year? That's a long time. Who's gonna cash in on that? What can you even do about it? Can you hurry it up? I don't care if you're trying to pull one over on some company official. That's just too late. Sullivan's plan is too sneaky. He heard Emma's book launch today and used this agreement to He even stalled for time in the bakery, getting his notary friend to play along, but who knew it wouldn't hold Emma back. Clearly, in her mind, the book signing was a lot more important than tying the knot. Why would you do that? Look at your friend's friend. As a public servant, this is really leaving her in a bind. Faced with friends and her principles, she went for the latter and stamped that agreement. Emma finally arrived late to the signing event, explained to her fiancé, and then it was time for silly photo ops. But her forehead score caught her fiancé's attention, and after a reminder, Emma rushed to touch up her makeup. Here, she bumped into the woman she talked about Sullivan with back at the bakery. What a coincidence! Emma paid little heed at first, but was secretly shocked when the woman mentioned her husband again. When it comes to her husband named Carl, he's an absolutely formidable giant, truly remarkable, controlling over 70. F the publishing resources. Even more astonishing, she has a fortune of billions. It said industry giants show her respect. Who knew the wife of such a big shot would be connected in such a way with her? It's simply surprising. What's even more astonishing, she wanted Sullivan to join her husband for dinner. What a dreamy gathering that would be. She was ready to seek Sullivan's help again, but didn't expect to see a man who looked just like her husband as soon as she stepped out of the restroom. Glancing back at her fiancé, Emma didn't even have time to explain before she rushed towards Sullivan, a scene that appeared to be nothing short of a comedy to onlookers. Two people with common interests quickly got along, but then the fiancé showed up, completely clueless about the situation. Emma sweetly interrupted him, claiming this guy was her brother. What a rat. She shared her plan, and when her fiancé heard she wanted them to pretend to be married, he totally shut it down at first. But the more they talked, Emma was determined, and in the end, they reached a consensus after a long discussion. But because they chatted too long, Sullivan seemed to have vanished into thin air. What a hilarious misunderstanding. She just thought he was busy, but really, Sullivan was purposely putting her in a tough spot, and the comedy ensued. Facing the skeptical gazes of the wealthy ladies, Emma was utterly embarrassed, unsure how to deal with Sullivan's no-show. Hearing her fiancé's caring voice on the phone, Emma was starting to get nervous, thinking of what to do now. When faced with her fiancé's call, she thought about spinning a tale of Sullivan getting hit by a car, but surprise, he showed up right there. There was still hope. Just like that, the fiancé became an unwitting victim, getting hit by a taxi. Faced with Sullivan's tardiness, the man proved to be extremely generous and didn't take any offense at all. He even invited him to take a seat. What a truly enjoyable gathering it turned out to be. He didn't need to be there, but after 2 days spent with Emma, he realized she's not exactly what he thought she was. He secretly suspected maybe his girlfriend's departure was already destined. He just wasn't ready to face it. After all, true love shouldn't be swayed by others' words. He finally felt a bit guilty about going to the meeting. He really was busy after all, as he claimed. A lively ethnic celebration at home was on. With a lively and festive atmosphere, everyone quickly immersed themselves in the fun, chatting, laughing, and it simply turned into a truly joyous gathering. Floaty ambience suddenly filled the air, but both quickly caught on, and it was a bit awkward. After bidding farewell to everyone, Emma left alone, unable to sleep until deep into the night, recalling her interactions with Sullivan. However, her fiancé pulled her back from those fleeting thoughts, making her realize something was amiss. She couldn't figure out why those thoughts surfaced. Maybe it was the change in her perception pushing her to fantasize. In any case, this still married couple, after 2 days of hanging out, undeniably developed some unspeakable feelings. Subtitles. Emma eventually secured the publishing contract, and she also promised her fiancé that she would never meet Sullivan again. However, he himself had to engage in divorce negotiations with Sullivan all alone. It's truly one comedy act after another. Richard directly expressed his suspicion, I'm afraid, of the end of this game. He'll find public records to guide us different ways. Tell him I'll take him to the office. Why? He and I have a life together. That doesn't mean you want to stick to this course. So I request you, between men, let's not meet, don't contact her. I'm pretty bad at keeping in touch, and it seems like there's some little secret in your circle.